Hey all, the D4 patch notes are out for Season 1, and I'm just gonna go over the highlights with you. Hope you're ready. So we got 6 unique items coming to the game. It seems like there's one for every class, and I just wanted to give an honorable mention to Lidless Wall. Don't know how good it is, as I've never played Necromancer, but gotta love the D2 references. And also an honorable mention to the Oculus. And you gain effect of the teleport enchantment for free. When you evade using teleport enchantment, you are taken to a random location. So now this acts like the Oculus in D2 almost. So that's pretty cool. Don't know how safe this will be for hardcore players, but we'll see. We also have 7 new legendary aspects. We have 2 general ones. This could be a cool one. You gain 20 to 40% increased movement speed when moving away from slowed or chill enemies. This is good if you can chill, freeze, slow enemies, and you can escape using this. And then we have a new legendary aspect for each class. I don't know how good these will be, as I haven't played every single class. I'm a bit disappointed with the Druid one, as it's just a poison creeper one. Although this could be good for people who want to try adding more poison into their druid builds. I was hoping for something that would possibly make human form druids more viable, but looks like as of right now that's not happening. And there's a bunch of bug fixes, like challenges wouldn't be providing the proper rewards, or gaining progress through certain challenges through the actions of other nearby players. I wonder if this is gonna screw us over with some things. We'll see. There's a bunch of random bug fixes for co-op play, conversation boxes overlapping, rogue's inner sight, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. For the dungeon bug fixes, fix an issue where the stone carving in the Fallen Temple capstone dungeon would duplicate. I always wondered why there was two stone carvings there, not one. Guess it was a bug. And a bunch of other bug fixes for dungeons, which hopefully will make the gameplay more smooth, with less issues, less frustration. So now we're moving on to the classes and barbarians. They're getting nerfed, but apparently it's because of a bug. This is a bummer, but I don't want its strength to be reliant on the underlying bug, and this is for Hammer of the Ancients. I hope that this is still strong, but we'll see. We'll see, because I really want to play a barbarian for Season 2. Now for druids, they fixed an issue in earth skills, and the pulverize skill will consume 2 overpowered buffs simultaneously. That's a bummer. Also, that's going to be a major nerf in damage. But some of the issues that they fixed for the druid, the tornadoes, making them do damage when they come from the storm chasers aspect, and the ravens being upgrade, and rabies. So hopefully that helps with some druid strength. So for necromancers, they fixed an issue with the daggers not being obtained. So that's pretty cool. Minions would have their life bonuses deactivated in town. That's just a visual thing. It's not really a nerf. They fixed an issue with the bone spear going through chilling wind, and enhanced bone spear doing erratic movement. And they fixed an issue when you were canceling your blood mist when it's already off cooldown, or to immediately recast it. For rogues, they just made a few bug fixes, and Shadow Step not triggering the aspect of the uncanny. Bounty Paragon node wasn't granting the resistance bonuses correctly, although resistances don't really mean anything right now. Twisted Blades wouldn't come back. For sorceresses, they fixed the Firebolt enchantment effect for the Combustion Keep passive. This is a bummer because it's kind of a nerf, but fixing an issue when casting Deep Freeze would prevent the Ice Shard enchantment effect from triggering. That's good. They fixed the issue with Incinerate, so you'll actually use the proper amount of mana instead of too much. And for overall bug fixes, they fixed multiple instances where players could unnaturally teleport during boss encounters. I was actually experiencing this today and never any other day, so that was really funny and very deadly for people that I was helping out. The other little bug fixes are minor. For Helltide, they fixed an issue where the player could be damaged by the Helltide Firestorm while standing in Durandai. That's good that they fixed that because you can't really AFK in hardcore then. And they fixed an issue where certain areas in the field of hatred would be incorrectly flagged as town, so you're unable to cast spells. I think they need to go over the entire map and fix any issues because I was experiencing this in places not near the fields of hatred. For items and aspects, they fixed a bunch of bugs where things wouldn't properly work, but the new thing that's huge and is a major quality of life change. The new level requirement for sacred items will now cap at 60. If you're a level 100 finding sacred items, the level requirement will be 60. And this also goes for ancestral items. They will now cap at level 80. This is huge. This is gonna make trading more viable probably, because now people don't have to look for someone their level or try to level up to get a certain piece that they want to use it. So this is a big change. Very, very good. For monsters, they fixed an issue where items of higher power than intended were dropping from rare monsters. Honestly, who was experiencing this? Because everything that I find is way crappier than when I was level 70. Fix an issue where clones of a monster with the suppressor affix could also have the suppressor affix. This is good. Suppressor's annoying, so stop multiplying it, please. Fix an issue where treasure goblins would behave erratically if initially engaged from a long distance. That's good, because sometimes it is... As a slow bear, it's very hard to chase them down. For quests and events, there's just a whole bunch of issue fixes. None of them seem super major. For user interface and user experience, a whole bunch of other random bug fixes, like map pin functionality. This was something that I experienced. Various UI and UX improvements. Let's hope they actually make a difference for players. And as for some miscellaneous bug fixes, there's nothing major here, but you know, Mischief's camel makes noise now, so that's cool. As for gameplay updates, most of these were covered in the dev update that happened recently, but just so in case you missed out, Altar of Lilith unlocks are now account-wide. If you finish your renown, those are available for all of your characters and will continue on for each season. Same with map discovery, same thing. The Whispers will no longer reward sigil dust. This is kind of a bummer because I find it hard to keep getting sigil dust. I always am out. Overall loot quality has been significantly improved for silent chests. This is great. I never really carry around whispering keys because I always think that the silent chests are BS, but now I will carry on my whispering keys, because why not? The channel time for leave dungeon ability has been increased from 3 to 5 seconds. That's stupid. Why would they do that? Like, it's already so long. Stop. Take this back. I don't like that. We have generally reduced the tendency for many monsters to move around in combat so that melee characters don't have to chase down their enemies as much. This is good. Chasing stuff as a melee character is pretty annoying. World Tier 2 has had bonus gold increase from 15% to 20%, and monsters now drop 15% more items because we're not drowning in loot already. So level scaling inside dungeons in most overworld territories has been adjusted in World Tiers 3 and 4. This is interesting. So monsters will now begin to trail behind the player in level up to a certain point with maximum of 5 levels behind. And this does not affect World Bosses, Legion events, Fields of Hatred's, Helltide, or Nightmare Dungeons. So they want players to get a better sense of their power and progression. This is interesting. I wonder how much will actually change, and I wonder how much slower our experience is going to be because of it. So for example, if player level is below 55, the monster level is 55. Players between 56 to 60, monster level is 55. 61 is 56. Okay, so now monsters aren't completely your level, and World Tier 3 is max of level 70, and this begins 76 to 80, monsters 75. They changed the level scaling a bit, so now you feel more powerful. So Whispers have gotten a couple of buffs recently, and I used it as a good way to level up. I thought that they were fantastic, so if it gets better from here, why not? So they've also adjusted the bonus experience rewards for killing monsters that are a higher level than the player. So 1 level higher was 15%, 3+ levels higher was 25%. So now you get, oh, this is a really big nerf. So you get 1.5 bonus per level up to 10 levels. So your max will be at 10 levels, 15%. Whereas before, your 3+ levels was the cap at 25%. So they're definitely changing the way leveling is. They're gonna make it a little bit harder. It was really easy once they made this change. So they're changing experience rewards. So now power leveling isn't gonna be as fast because of this, but it's still pretty quick. So they're looking into increasing the dangers in Hell Tides and making the Tortured Gift of Mysteries harder to open. That's interesting. So they're increasing it to 250 cinders from 175. It is pretty easy to get 250 cinders if you're efficient, but I feel like that's gonna frustrate some people. And Helltide monsters are now 3 levels higher instead of 2 levels higher. And interactable objects in Helltide zones now have a smaller chance of dropping aberrant cinders. So those are most of the changes that stuck out to me, the general ones. There is some balance updates with each class. I'm gonna leave the link below in the description if you want to look into this yourself. Some of the changes I do like, but some of them I feel like are gonna piss off some people. I mean, I don't like some of them, but I do like the level cap on ancestral and sacred items. I think that's huge. And I think that's gonna help with player experience and trading. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this patch in the comments. Bye!